It was announced on Friday that two Prince George RCMP officers who had been previously charged with manslaughter with the death of Dale Culver had their charges stayed. First Nation leaders in the province are outraged. The family have been calling for changes in the justice system for years. APTN's Lee Wilson reports.
The family of Dale Culver, a father from the Wet'suwet'en and Gitxsan nations, have spent almost 7 years calling for justice, following his death during an arrest in Prince George in 2017. Debbie Pierre is Culver's cousin and explained the heartbreaking process the family has been going through, dealing with levels of the justice system to find answers.
Ensuring that Dale does not become just a file number or a case number. He's an individual that is deeply loved by many people, and we cannot lose sight of that.
In 2023, the BC Prosecution Service charged 2 RCMP officers with manslaughter, Constables Paul St. Marie and Jean-Francis Monet, as well as 3 obstruction of justice charges against Sergeant John Asubio Cruz, Constables Arthur Dahlman and Clarence MacDonald, following recommendations from a police oversight body, the Independent Investigations Office, who recommended charges in 2020. Last week, the family was hopeful, but frustrated with the delays and lack of clarity.
Our family has no trust right now in policing, and it pains me to know that my immediate family that live in Prince George, where this incident happened, they are looking over their shoulders. How is that safety in Canada?
On Friday, the BC Prosecution Service announced a stay of the court proceedings on the death of Culver in a public statement. The BC Prosecution Service announced today that there is no longer a reasonable prospect of conviction regarding charges that have previously been approved against 2 members of the Prince George RCMP. The document states the Crown had questions about Culver's cause of death. An initial pathologist who recommended blunt force head trauma contributed to his death. A second pathologist disagreed with the initial assessment, determined the cause of death, acute and chronic effects of methamphetamine following a struggle. In a press release, the BC First Nation Leadership Council expressed outrage over the charges being stayed, calling it categorically unacceptable. Once again, the justice system has let First Nations people down as it fails to move this case forward to trial, and I question the ability of the current system to deliver justice in a fair and equitable manner. We will continue to follow this developing story. Lee Wilson, APTN National News, Kitimat.